interesting.
And isn't a black hole infinitely dense at its singularity as well? What do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of black holes, what do you think of white holes, which is where it spits stuff out the opposite end of a black hole? Do you think that's a reasonable thing, even though they're theoretical? Nothing. I don't think they're real things, but do you think that makes sense in a way?
I don't know. What do you think? You go first.
I don't.
I have an idea, but
I
go
want
ahead.
to believe that you just get spit out of a white hole eventually, and you're not just infinitely getting crushed into this little infinitely small point. But
Do you feel bad for the matter that's going in?
I do. Like, you're just getting fucking smashed for eternity, essentially.
Okay.
And but I want to believe that you get spit out at the end, but it like, my brain can't wrap around how you get spaghettified and crushed into the single point and you come back out in one piece again. But there's missing information about theories of black holes from quantum mechanics. Like, we're missing quantum data that would help better understand black holes. So maybe if we found like this unifying quantum mechanics situation and this unified it with black holes,
Just a unifying theory in general.
yeah,
that's what you need. Yeah.
Yes, a unifying theory in general. Yes, yeah. That maybe like in some quantum realm, quantum mechanics kind of way, you can get spit out whole again just because of like the information and I don't know. Like, if we did unify, that would be the only way I believe we could eternally get sucked into a black hole and spit out in one piece with all of our remains somehow before we died in a vastness of space.
Yeah, from what I remember, like when I used to be really into it back in the day, from what I remember, it seems white holes to be unlikely from the research and what I remember about it, because Hawking radiation, number one, because black holes do release heat. They do release heat. Heat seeps out, and that was one of the biggest discoveries of Stephen Hawking, was Hawking radiation. And then we know that, you get spaghettified, and then it's an infinitely dense. What is it?
Infinitely dense singularity point.
Yeah. There's a singularity point, and black holes are black.
What were you about to say? What was that? What were you about to say, bro? Damn.
I gotta say it.
Go ahead.
I gotta say it, but let me explain it first. Oh my gosh. Black holes. Okay. Because we think of these things in 2 dimensions.
2 dimensions A is coming back out.
We don't understand that black holes are really in 3 dimensions. So really, what black holes are black balls. Pause.
Intermission.
Pause.
Bro, what? You gotta come with some context before you just...
You don't know how I was about to just say it. I was about to be like, oh. But
Yeah,
then I thought about it. I was like, whoa, pause.
Yeah, you're gonna have to elaborate on that, Chief.
But black holes work in 3 dimensions. They're not 2-dimensional.
Right.
So they are black circles, black spheres. They're black spheres. I can't even say it. But they're balls. Oh!
Hey.
Okay. But you get the point.
Yes.
Yeah. So they do work in 3 dimensions. Yeah, so it's an infinitely dense point, infinite mass at an infinitely dense point. Right, yeah.
That sounds correct.
Infinite density at an infinitely small point.
That sounds correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to look it up. But, yeah, just continue on your white holes. But continue on your white hole bend here. And then I'm going to find out the exact terminology.
Just... Obviously, they're theoretical, and the only way I can fathom them being a possibility is if we unify quantum mechanics with special general relativity, create a unifying theory, as you said. But I want them to be a thing, and I hope scientists or researchers, whoever, can, in our lifetime, somehow unify quantum mechanics and just reality, relativity, things like that.
Yeah. Okay, so the definition of a singularity, a point at which a function takes an infinite value, especially in space-time when matter is infinitely dense as at the center of a black hole. So, yeah, so infinite density at a singular point, which makes no sense. It breaks down.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, quantum mechanics can maybe give us some explanations of that in the future.
Hopefully.
Or maybe, once again, we don't fully understand the geometry of our universe.
Yes.
I don't know.
There's a lot of, like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Freaking
Yeah, just flooding of thoughts that spewed out. It's like, I don't know. That's why unifying theory would be great, because hopefully it could explain a lot of these phenomena or things that we have no idea how they work and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I don't even know what to say, because it's a definitely a deep topic, and we're gonna get into more and more of those topics for sure.